Okay, y'all, I'm about to spoil this movie, so be aware if you hadn't seen it yet. I don't know, whatever. What's good, y'all? It's your boy Blackie D, and I'm back. And this evening, I'm ready to spoil this movie myself. The homie Shabazz, I'll say. We went to see the movie Ma yesterday, and I just gotta say it was pretty amazing. I enjoyed myself more than what I thought initially, and like I posted in this little thing before this, I'm about to talk about it. So if you ain't seen it, don't. I would watch. First seen the trailer for this movie, I thought it was gonna be like some kind of serial killer thing, and then, me and my wife, we were like, "Oh, we're not gonna watch it." I was like, "I'm not doing this. I'm not watching this kind of movie." I was at first, I was like, "Whose idea was to make a black female serial killer?" So I was actually wrong. The plot of this movie is revenge. I'll say it's more revenge. It's not a actual serial killer's revenge. So, and she does get a revenge. I got to give my credit, even though she. Anyway, so moving on. Her story is pretty much she was in high school and she was trying to get along with the other students, and they kind of accepted her or pretended to accept her, only to turn around and end up embarrassing her in the worst manner ever. And they kind of seep this out throughout the movie, showing bits and pieces of what happened. You know, they pretend to accept her, and she ends up having a crush on this guy, and he talks her into somehow having, how would you say, oral pleasures with her at the school. I guess that's the most clean way of saying it. So, lo and behold, the oral pleasures end up being a embarrassing issue, and she is embarrassed by the whole entire school. And it turns out the guy she was doing the oral pleasures with was not the guy that she ended up liking. It was some random person. I don't know who that was. So, fast forward into time. I don't know the little girl's name, who is who's the kind of, I want to say she's like not the main character, but she's pretty much almost like the main character. She her mom was Ma, or what she call her, Sue Ann or whatever. They were like friends or whatever. So the girl's mom moves back from what they say, San Diego or whatever. They move back, and she starts going to the local high school or whatever, and she's greeted by, if you watch the trailer or if you watch the movie, she's greeted by some people to start hanging out and things like that. And they actually so happen to come across Ma while trying to pick up alcohol and all these things. So she buys alcohol for them, and eventually they keep going to her, and she eventually invites them back to her home. Excuse me, and that's pretty creepy. It's like out in the boondocks, and they start drinking at her home and stuff, and she becomes the like house hostess and all this old weird stuff or whatever. So eventually, one evening they're doing a little situation, and something happens in the house. Well, Ma actually has a daughter, and they actually one of the chick who's the story is about. She actually runs into Ma's daughter because the girl is supposed to be like wheelchair bound, and she's stuck in the hallway, so she pushes her, in the wheelchair or whatever have you. So, but the girl is actually locked up in the front of at the top of our house. My has like a prison cell for this girl or something. It's creepy or whatever have you. So, but the girls were like using the bathroom in Ma's house, and they end up getting freaked out, so they leave, and they're like, they don't want to party at our house anymore, whatever have you. So, like, all the friends are like, okay, we won't party, but Ma still is entertaining high school kids, so she's, still doing favors for different kids and stuff, and, you can come by and drink and smoke weed and all this other great stuff. I say great stuff in her house, and without being punished or whatever have you. So something happened. I forgot what happened. I want to say Ma ends up Oh no, the guy that mom falls in love with, he has a son or whatever have you. So the main girl and the little guy, they end up trying to like kind of hook up or whatever. But they all made a pact not to go to mom's house anymore due to the weirdness and all that stuff like that. So, but he breaks the pact and he ends up going due to one of their friends having a party or something like that. But the main character, she ends up getting on punishment. I keep forgetting what happened that she ended up going on punishment. But I think I want to say at one point might end up having like a psycho trip and she ends up well, I won't say she had a trip. She was pretty much pushed into this because the kids started rejecting her due to the little mishap that happened at the house. And then the girl actually confesses to her mom because something happened with like their dog or something, but I think it was mom the bushes, like doing something to the dog, and the dog was injured. So the girl confesses to her mom that you know she had actually known Ma and had been at her house and stuff like that. So her mom is like putting her on punishment and all this great stuff. You can't go anywhere until summer break, blah, 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 blah. And so the girl sneaks away to one of Ma's parties to go and get the guy because he's not supposed to, he's supposed to be like not at the party or whatever. Well, by this time, Ma had already kind of started on her rampage, which was brought on by the actual kids. I blame the kids that this happened because one set of kids, she tried to, bring them to the house so they could party and things like that, and they end up like throwing booze on her car or something. It scared her, it made her cry. It was pretty sad. I was like, well, she didn't deserve all that. She's clearly a nice person. I mean, she's a little psycho or whatever, but nice enough to let you drink booze in the home. So, whatever. Anyway, the girl gets there, and Ma has put enough drugs in their drink to knock out like at least the main set of kids. And some of these kids are actually the children of the people she went to school with. So at least I want to say two of them at least, or maybe I don't know. I know the little boy, and then I know the main girl. Those two, but the other kids I don't really know. I think they were just whatever. So. When the main character wakes up from the drugs, she's got this dog collar around her neck, and everybody else got chains around their neck and all kind of stuff. And this is when I just really fell in love with this movie because Ma had started torturing everybody. It was ridiculous. I could have stood up in the movie. I thought she was my best friend. I swear. I don't know. I'm just horrible, but. You just torment them. Yeah, some of this stuff was pretty hard to watch, but some of it was funny. Like she hit one of the girls in the head with an iron, just clucked across the iron. She burnt one guy, sewed his other girl's lips shut. And then the black guy in the movie, she painted his face white. She told him it could only be room for one black person in the group. It was funny. It was racial, but it was funny. I enjoyed it. And then the ending was crazy because her daughter came downstairs to try to save the other kids and stuff like that, and she pretty much hit her mom in the head with a skillet, which was bizarre. Her mom falls downstairs, and she crash lands in the subway, starts up a fire, and everybody's like screaming. By the time all the other kids had woken up, even though they were tortured, finding out that they were tortured, they woke up and they, found the house was on, well, the room was on fire or whatever. And so the girl's mom ends up showing up with her coworker, who is quite the character, I'll say, and they end up trying to save them. And they actually end up saving the girl from her own daughter because she was drugging this girl. She was giving her harsh tranquilizers and opioids. I'm sure she'll suffer for the rest of her life. It'll probably be a Ma Part 2. Only thing I don't like is that this part in the movie, it was not canon, I'll say. It was not how black people operate. We don't turn on each other. We have issues, but we won't turn on our moms for good, I feel like if it was a real movie like this, please all those people that died, and her daughter will be somewhere in New Mexico or something like that. I don't know. I'm sorry. It's terrible, but you don't turn on your mother or whatever. But she turned on her mom, so turned on the mom and ended up getting mom got stabbed in the back, and she ends up going upstairs to lay in the bed with the other little guy's dad, or the guy who she actually ended up being in love with. She ended up dying along with him. Well, because she killed him too. I'm sorry. She killed the friend who set her up to give out oral pleasure. She ran him over, which you probably saw in the trailer. And she killed the guy she fell in love with. She drugged him and pumped his body full of dog blood and slit his wrist and let him bleed out of the bed. We all thought she was gonna cut his penis off. It was hard. So, now that I've ruined the movie, which I'd say I would, I don't know, leave me some kind of comments and let me know how you feel about it. I'm all over the place, but I don't know. It's just my version of it or whatever. So, peace out.